I wasn't planning to test my marriage, but one harmless conversation at a party almost cracked it open.
I didn't walk into that party planning to test the limits of my marriage. Honestly, I just wanted a break. A few hours where I wasn't someone's wife, manager of the house, fixer of problems. My husband Henry and I had been stuck in a quiet rut for months. We weren't unhappy, just muted. It was like someone had slowly turned down the volume on us. So when my friend Maya invited us to her weekend party, I said yes instantly. A small social bubble, some music, something to remind us we still existed outside of bills and routines. But the moment we arrived, I could feel Henry's stiffness. The way he kissed me without meeting my eyes. The way he muttered, "Don't get too wild." It stung, the assumption that I couldn't be trusted. Inside, the party buzzed with laughter and warmth. I wandered toward the snack table, trying to find a space where I didn't feel watched. Then I saw Leo, our neighbor. Charming, harmless, the kind of man who could make the weather sound interesting. Tonight, though, he seemed brighter, somehow laughing, relaxed, with the faintest spark in his eyes when he noticed me. "Clara, you made it," he said with a smile that felt like sunlight, and for the first time in months. Someone looked at me like I wasn't invisible. We talked about nothing and everything. The new cafe, the terrible parking in our neighborhood, his dog's obsession with socks. His attention was warm, easy, uncomplicated. I felt seen. Henry noticed. He walked over with his jaw tight, his hand pressing firmly on the small of my back. It wasn't affectionate, it was possessive. "Can we talk?" he whispered. I sighed. "Henry, I'm just talking. Relax." His eyes hardened. "I don't like how he's looking at you." His jealousy wasn't fierce, it was fragile. And I felt something twist inside me, because I remembered a time when he used to laugh this off, when flirting was just harmless fun, not a trigger. Leo sensed the tension and stepped back politely, but the damage was done. For the rest of the night, Henry hovered, sending quiet warnings through the brush of his fingers, the tightening of his shoulders, the clipped tone in his voice. I felt trapped, frustrated, yet strangely alive. It's unsettling how good it feels to be wanted, even innocently, when you've spent months feeling like wallpaper. When we finally left, the cool night air felt heavier than the party. His silence wasn't peaceful, it was loaded. But beneath the irritation, I sensed something else. Fear of losing me. I didn't realize just how deeply that fear was rooted until the next morning. I expected things to bounce back to normal, coffee, breakfast, a casual sleep well. Instead, I walked into the kitchen and saw Henry leaning against the counter with that serious, unreadable expression. "Morning," I said cautiously. "Morning," he echoed flat, controlled. I braced myself. "About last night." He began. "Here we go." "You can't flirt with him like that," he said. "Not in front of everyone." My pulse spiked in equal parts irritation and guilt. "I wasn't flirting," I said calmly. "I was talking." "You're reading into it." But he shook his head, stepping closer. "I can't help how I feel. Clara, I can't pretend it didn't look like something. I didn't do anything wrong," I insisted. His voice cracked just slightly. "I don't want to lose you." That one sentence hit harder than all the jealousy combined. Henry wasn't angry. He was scared. And suddenly, behind the frustration, I saw the truth. The man who once loved me so confidently now lived with a quiet fear he never spoke about. I swallowed, softening. "Henry, being human isn't betrayal. Talking to someone isn't cheating. But the way you reacted last night made me feel small." He rubbed his face, sighing. "I hate that I acted like that. I felt like I was losing you, even if it wasn't real." I stepped closer, gently taking his hand. "You're not losing me," I said. "But you can't trap me in your fear. That's not love." His shoulders loosened, but the heaviness didn't disappear. "Neither of us pretended this was over. Jealousy doesn't vanish after one conversation. It lingers like smoke after a fire. A few hours later, the universe decided to test us. Leo stopped by with a basket of pastries, completely innocent, completely unaware of the emotional battlefield in our kitchen. Brought you something sweet, he joked. Henry stiffened. I braced myself. But then Henry surprised me. He greeted Leo politely, even managing a stiff smile. Not warm, but not hostile either. Leo winked at me harmlessly this time, and I responded with nothing but a polite thank you. Henry stepped subtly closer, his hand brushing mine. Not ownership reassurance. And for the first time in days, I felt a sense of balance settle between us. But balance doesn't mean resolution. Not yet. We were standing on a fragile bridge, having crossed from a place of silent resentment to one of spoken vulnerability. I knew, though, that this was our new beginning. The journey back to each other wasn't about avoiding the cracks in our foundation, but about learning how to rebuild on them together, stronger than before. That one party, that one conversation didn't fix us, but it woke us up. And sometimes that's exactly what love needs. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.